I ain't joined no damn cult, just a challenge, and it's about to be fun, so you better stick with it. Alright, crime family, I wanted to give you the lowdown before the video starts that I joined a nail challenge, and what that means is for the next couple of weeks, me and a couple other nail sisters, every Saturday will be uploading themed nail art that we've already pre-picked. So this week's nail art theme is Pac-Man, and all the other nail sisters are going to be doing this theme too, and they're going to be uploading today. And we are to spotlight each other, kind of. Everybody's going to be supporting each other, and we are going to be spotlighting each other in the videos. And yeah, so you guys, I didn't want you guys to wonder, what is this challenge that I'm talking about? We're going to get more into it, and I'm going to show off my nail sisters in this video. So full disclosure, the next couple of weeks are going to be spotlight challenge videos, and you guys have a lot of videos ahead of you. So I can't wait to show you. Alright, let's get into it. Due to there being like a whole lot of fuckery going on with these tips, how I got them, why I decided to use them, because everybody knows I love square nails, right? Yeah. So just applying them was a bunch of bullshit. I'm going to get into that on a different video of how I got them and what they are and what's going on here in the shit, because it's a whole hot mess. So I'm going to use this time to take the opportunity to spotlight some lovely ladies in this challenge group. Since there's going to be a couple weeks ahead of us, I'm going to spotlight different ladies every week. And these ladies are all doing the same challenges that I'm doing. And you guys can go and check them out and see what their take is on the ideas. This week's theme was Pac-Man. And I am going a weird route with it. If you want to see what route they're going, you can get their links in the description. But the first lady that I want to spotlight and celebrate, so this lovely lady is seriously beautiful, and if you get the chance to check out some of her content on IG or here on YouTube, you're gonna see how funny and amazing she is at doing nails. And it's seriously just the personality for me. So make sure that you go and check her out and see what she comes up with for this Pac-Man set. And then there's Nail Addict by Shay. So this lovely lady has such a soothing voice. It's literally something that you can meditate to. So if you're somebody who loves nail therapy but loves to relax, I believe that this is going to be the person for you. It's definitely the content. She puts out mad content. So you have to go check her out and see what she is doing for this Pac-Man challenge. Everybody's videos are uploaded today. And you guys can go and follow them on IG and here on YouTube. All the links are down below in the description. Make sure you do that. Now to my nails. I'm going in with the new acrylic. It's unreleased right now. This is Kiss My Tits, right? So I'm getting ready to launch this acrylic. But it's so beautiful and bright and vibrant. I had to use it in the set. I'm so sorry that I'm using something that I didn't want. I don't want anybody getting mad at me that you guys can't buy this yet, but you will be able to buy it this week. All right. So just make sure that you stay tuned, because I will be doing another video launching and showing you guys the entire collection of electric colors. And when I say they are so freaking beautiful, oh my God, they are so vibrant and beautiful. So I'm going in with this, and then I go in with our new Kawaii acrylic, which is twin little stars. And if you know, Kawaii acrylic is like a glitter acrylic, but it's super big glitters and confettis, and it is not for the faint of heart. It is so fun to play with though. It's like putting a puzzle together, and I just love that aspect of it. So the theme for our spotlight challenge that me and all the other nail sisters are going to be doing is Pac-Man. That was the theme chosen, and I decided to go in the direction of the arcade, old style arcade marquees. And I don't know if you guys remember, if some of you are old enough, going to the laundromat when you were little. You got to go and see these arcades and stuff while your mom was doing laundry in 100-degree weather, because that's the only time I ever remember anybody going to the laundromat was in the dead of summer. But you go and you play the arcade. And I remember seeing the side of Mrs. Pac-Man's arcade game. And this lady was a hoe. Like, I don't know if the kids that they had was really by Mr. Pac-Man. I'm kind of wondering because I know they had kids. I'm kind of at a loss for words on what she was really doing with these ghosts, but I decided to go in the direction of the marquee style Mrs. Pac-Man, and I wanted to kind of get to show her off. It's Mother's Day weekend, and I figured why not? Mrs. Pac-Man is a mother, so let's just go that route. And I wanted to use the neon acrylics because the marquee style, if you remember right, it's almost like those neon signs that were super vibrant and bright with the lighting in the back. So you had like the front, which was kind of like the picture, but it was see-through to where you could see like the neon lighting in the back, and it was so cool. But I also have some really cool fun facts about Pac-Man because this shit is interesting AF, and I just gotta share because like I got some thoughts on this shit, right? So Pac-Man actually has a definition, and it means will eat anything indiscriminately. Anything? Really, Pac-Man? You will eat anything? Like, will you eat toenails? Like, I'm wondering, does he have Munchausen syndrome? That's just my clinical diagnosis. I mean, I'm not even a nail tech, let alone a doctor, but I'm pretty sure that eating anything indiscriminately is kind of like Munchausen syndrome. Or wait, is that where you just get sick? What is it when people just eat and eat? Like, they will eat metal, they will eat dog poop, they will eat anything. That might be Munchausen syndrome. But anyways, that's my clinical diagnosis. And the pellets that you think, like, I would call those pellets, but I guess they're power cookies that allow him to eat the ghosts. So the more pellets that he eats, the more ghosts that he could eat. But really, like, power cookies, that's what you guys are calling them, because power cookies makes me think of, like, it's poop. It's just ghost poop. And since he has Munchausen syndrome, like he's just running around eating mad ghost poop, and slowly like it makes him immune to the ghost. It makes him able to eat the ghost, right? So he's just running around getting immunity by eating ghost poop because he has Munchausen syndrome, and then he's able to actually eat the ghost. So I believe he's the equivalent to a fat guy that's really short and really short in certain areas, if you know what I mean. But he brags about being great at eating the fat cat. Like, that's what Pac-Man reminds me of, is like the little fat guy that's like super proud of his skills. But then that kind of brings us to the fact, like, is Pac-Man the hero or the villain? Now, I kind of think that he's the villain because these poor ghosts are doing nothing but shitting. Like, they're literally running and shitting themselves scared. Like, and they're running from him. So I believe the ghosts are like the victims. And who eats a freaking ghost? Like, he obviously has Munchausen syndrome, but doesn't that make him a villain? Because he's like an addict at this point. He's addicted to food and he's willing to eat the ghost just to fulfill that urge. I think he's a villain. And I didn't know this, but there's actually a 256th level to Pac-Man, and it's literally unbeatable. And it has like this perfect score. Like, so technically, even though you cannot beat the original game, it's impossible to beat it. You get to the 256th level and it becomes like a split screen. Half the screen is like just numbers, zeros and ones. And then the other half of the screen is the actual game, but you can't beat it. It's impossible. So once you get to that point, the idea of becoming the winner is whoever has the highest score. And there's actually somebody with like the perfect score, and it's like 3,333,330 blah 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 blah. Yeah, they timed that one perfect. But what's crazy is that this is Mother's Day weekend, right? Okay, Pac-Man in 1977 was in response to war and shooting games. And women were not into that. And the creator, Toru Iwatani, he wanted to create something that was more woman-friendly. So he came out with Pac-Man in response to the war and shooting games that were all around. He wanted something that was more friendly. So thank you to Toru Iwatani for thinking about women, but I love Call of Duty, so I don't know what to tell you. Women love guns too. I love my gun rights. But so this is the first game to be introduced with cut scenes. Definitely thank you, Toro Irotini, because I love cutscenes. Call of Duty has the coolest zombie cutscenes ever. Ever in history, they have the coolest cutscenes. And this is the most successful arcade game of all time. But poor Toro, he did not get rich off of this game. That is nuts at how the most fabulous things end up not getting people rich at all. But because of how everything was set up at the time, he worked for Namco, I believe, or just an arcade game distributor. He worked there as an employee, and it was like an idea or something, and he ended up coming up with it because of eating pizza and like taking a slice out. It looked like Pac-Man, if you know what I mean, the open mouth. And here we're going in. I use Sex on the Beach to ombre over that Kiss My Tits. So that's what I was doing. And I'm just using really wet beads of Kiss My Tits to kind of create like a little bit of a marble look. And then going over it with the twin little stars to put like kind of just wherever exactly I want them, pretty much. And then I end up clear capping. But thank you to Toro Iwatani for the creation of Pac-Man, for thinking about women, and for being so kind as to create such an amazing game and honestly not getting a penny from it. His salary never changed when he was working for the company. He never got a raise. He never got a promotion. He never got any of that. He just ended up studying the course and keeping his job pretty much. He did get a little bit famous by doing magazines and doing interviews and stuff like that, talking about how the game was created, but he never got rich. So those are my thoughts on the Pac-Man theme and my little fun facts. I hope you guys like that. But let's get into these nails. Now, I don't like square nails on myself because I have man hands, and honestly, when I first started the filing process, I was pissed because it felt like they looked like duck nails on me. So I kind of let them go for a day, and I filed down some more. Now, I'm not going to try to do a tutorial to show you guys how to do square nails because it's just not my thing. Square nails, long square, is not my thing. Stiletto, all day. Coffin, all day. But square is just not it for me right now. I do have some tips and stuff I would love to share with you guys that made the process easier on me, that helped me get that shape that I needed. And when I say that I took a long time to get that done, I really did. And it was a combination of two things: filing the sides, holding my file straight up and down, and then filing the top straight out. Not trying to truly have that curve that you would want to have with a stiletto. I wanted these to look sharp. And that was part of that process, was holding the file straight up and down on the sides and then holding the file at an angle and just filing that top. And I really wanted them to look square. So these are a bitch. I don't really like square on myself, but I was happy once I went in and did the extra filing. If you follow me on IG, you know that I posted these and was pissed and wished I had done stiletto. Now that I filed them some more, I'm a little bit happier with them. They're not horrible on me, but stiletto is more enjoyable for me when I have such long fingers. Like when I say that my hands are bigger than most men's, it's not a lie. Like I can walk up to 90% of the men around me and we can put our hands up to each other's to compare how long they are. And my hands, 90% of the time, my fingers are longer than their fingers. I have basketball hands. So not all nail shapes look good on me. And that goes for a lot of people. If you have short, stubby fingers, certain nail shapes don't look so great on you. If you have wide nail beds, certain shapes don't look good on you. And same goes for me. My long fingers just, they don't hold certain shapes as well. So I took one again. I did it with the Sailor Moon, and I was not happy with those, doing them with the, what am I thinking of? I didn't do them with the tips. I did them with the forms, and I was truly pissed about that. But I do have another video coming up that I want to kind of get into a couple tips that I have to give out for square nails. Things that make the shape and look. I'm not saying that they're going to cut time down for you. I'm not saying that they're genius. I'm just saying that in order for you to really get that crisp shape, these are things that I ended up finding out doing really helped me. And I figured it out the hard way, and I don't want you guys to have to do that. So, in another video, I will go over my filing routine with square nails. I plan on doing square nails on my other hand that isn't done in the next video. And I'm not going to do so much in the next video because I feel like I packed this spotlight challenge video with so much, with using different acrylics, doing acrylic designs, and then doing nail art on top, and then going over the spotlight challenge. My next week's video is going to be a lot more simple. I'm not going to be doing all this extra stuff. I want to be able to focus more on nail art and spotlighting my nail sisters because they are amazing. And again, make sure that you guys go and check out Nail Addict Shay's design. Make sure that you go out and check Dana's August Nails design. These are lovely ladies, and I leave their links down below in the description with their Instagram handles and everything. Making sure you guys can find them super easy. Go show love and support. Make sure that you say that I sent you. But as far as the square nail shape, it was some bullshit, and I was really pissed about it because I like trying new things, but when it doesn't work, it pisses me off that I wasted my time. And I don't know if you guys get to that point where with nails, when you go and you want to try something new or something different and you're actually applying it to your hands, and it's not like something that you can just erase. It's something that you're kind of stuck with dealing with. So when I applied this acrylic and did it over the square tips, once I was done, I was like, damn, you done fucked up. Like, this ain't even cute. Like, you're about to make a joke of this challenge. So I wore them for a day, did extra filing, planned on taking them off if it didn't work, but thank God it did. Thank freaking God it did. But I'm really excited because the nail art on top is something that I just truly enjoy doing with Mrs. Pac-Man. And you guys know that with my nail art, I usually just go in and do kind of like a blob of the color, whatever it is. Like with SpongeBob, it would be a yellow square. With Patrick, it would be a pink blob. But with Miss Pac-Man, it's a yellow circle. And then I go in and add all the detail. I'm not trying to draw so much of an outline because if you saw the picture of her, and I will insert that again, she had a lot of detail in her, and I didn't want to have to draw the outline, draw her, and then try to go in and color it in like a coloring book. That didn't really sound fun. And I usually pick my battles dependent on the design. So with her being such a simple shape, I figured I would get that out of the way first and then go in and start my outlines and details. Now, I did go in with Beetle's gel polish for the yellow, but the black and the blue are Savvyland gel liners. So I like sticking with gel liners when it goes to doing outlines and intricate details. You can pull it off with gel polish, but it's not as easy as it is with gel liners. And gel liners make details so much easier because you're able to get a thin line that doesn't water out around the edges. When I did her yellow body with the Beetle's gel polish, I'm not sure if it's because I've had this color for a while or that it's just such a pigmented yellow color, but once I had started filling the body in, I drew the yellow circle and then I filled the body in with the yellow. And by the time I was done filling the whole circle in with yellow, I looked around the edges of the circle and it looked like a wet area around the edges. And it was where the yellow was pulling towards the center, but the outer outlining was still kind of wet looking. And that's an issue that you run into with gel polish when you're trying to do designs with it. And that's not something that gel liners do. So I love my Savvyland gel liner paints. I get them in the pots and I find them on Amazon, and they have all different colors, all different metallics, rose gold, black, blue, yellow, pink. I mean, They have a lot of different colors and they're really worth it. So you guys, if you want to do nail art and do, you know, intricate designs and stuff, definitely check out Savvyland on Amazon if you are starting out. If you're not starting out and you have all the nail supplies you need, definitely invest in whatever brand interests you. But as a beginner, when I first started, I ended up falling in love with, you know, the Beatles 27-piece kits and Savvyland and yeah, I really fell in love with those because I was able to build up and get everything that I really needed for less cost. And now that I really have everything that I need, I'm able to invest in, you know, better brands and smaller businesses. So this nail brush that I'm using is the 9mm liner brush. And this is from Nails by Dev Shop. And it's destroyed. I've destroyed the brush, but I'm in love with the brush. And I loved getting to support a small business. And, you know, it's nice to have built up everything that I really needed in a cost efficient way. So then figuring out what I really wanted to invest in, I was able to. So I really love this liner brush, and I can leave a link to that down in the description also. So again, I went in with the yellow to draw out the Pac-Man design, and again, I noticed that it was getting a wet look around the edges where the yellow was pulling towards the center. The pigment was wanting to kind of pull together, and the outline was left wet. But it didn't really bother me, to be honest, because it kind of gave me my outline for when I was starting to outline. It kind of crisped it up for me, if that makes sense. So it took the bulk away, but the sharpness was still there. And I just went over the wetness, the wet looking area on the outline with my outline. So it worked pretty good. I really liked this. And I just go in with the Beatles Hot Pink. And again, I bought, I think 2 or 3 different kits. I think I bought like a pastels 27-piece. I bought like an original, which was just primary colors and stuff, 27-piece. But yeah, definitely check those out. And here is the design. Now I'm just going in with a matte top coat from Model 1s, covering everything up. It gives you a look at what the shiny would look like. And then here is the matte design. I hope you guys love this. I hope you guys go and check out my Spotlight Nail Sisters. And I hope you guys, you know, come back, ring that bell, get notified each and every time I upload. Another upload will be next week. So make sure that you are ready for this next Spotlight Challenge because it's going to be different than this one for me. I have a whole different plan layout for my video. I love you guys. Have fun. Bye.